Marcos and Cherese, you're out here, you're living, you're mobile homeless, you're living in a
Yes.
van. How do you survive?
Well, by the grace of God. We survive by the grace of God. Truth of the matter is we survive. Sometimes I get a little work here and there, which I'm disabled, which enables me to get a little work. But we survive because Cherese goes out of the corner and she holds a sign. And every time Cherese goes out, we pray about it. And every time we pray about it, she receives money. When we don't pray, she don't receive money. So basically, I do believe in the power of prayer where two or three will gather. The Lord's in the midst of us. So we pray and Cherese receives money. And that's the survival part. She receives money and we're able to buy the gas, put maybe $5, $6 in gas, or sometimes she'll make enough for propane. We'll be able to buy propane $14, and that's $14 is 5 gallons, and that's enough to get the hot water going and to cook, because we definitely need to cook and we definitely need to use the refrigerator all the time to store our food.
So you're living in this RV on the side of the road, just the two of you, and you have to move it every so often. And what really broke my heart about your story, Cherese, is one, that you were hit by a hit-and-run driver while you were on the exit sign.
Yes.
And you have a broken shoulder and a broken arm. And you were telling me about you were telling me about how people throw stuff at you on
Yeah, they do.
Can you tell
like
me?
Hot coffee. Here, you want some coffee? And they threw it on me.
It's just horrible.
You got to do what you got to do to survive. I really don't feel like going to prison because I'm a 3-striker.
So you don't feel like stealing.
I don't know.
You don't want to steal.
So panhandling's pretty much the only
I
one?
just hold a sign. I don't say anything.
Right.
She's not a aggressive panhandler. All she does is hold sign, need help.
On a prayer.
On a prayer.
It's really hard because I'm almost 50. But I was a heroin addict for like 22 years. Then I cleaned up for 7 years. And then I had 2 jobs, and I just happened to carpool because we lived 2 blocks from each other to both jobs, by John Wayne Airport and to a telemarketing place. And he happened to be the connection. And I couldn't even believe it. And he used to give me drugs, like I'd give him $15 a week for gas. And I had these 2 jobs, so my brother bought me a car because I was making money and commission. I mean, I was making a lot of money on commission. And then my brother rented me his back house on a beachfront in Long Beach, but it's Belmont Shore. But he noticed when I didn't, he notices, he knows me. We grew up like this. He goes, you need to go. He goes, you need to go. I had no place to put my things, and I had a beautiful computer, printer, everything, scanner.
So you lost everything.
I lost everything.
Because when
Then I started drinking. Yeah, because I was on heroin.
Yeah.
He knew it. He can look at me. And, and it put me in a position to where I was sleeping I had a Toyota Sports, but the seats lay down. Sleeping in my car. And then one day he walks up and was talking to me. And that's where we met, at the park. And we were talking. But other than that, homeless isn't no joke. There's so many people right now that are living in trucks, in their campers. They buy camper shells to put on the back of their trucks. And it's amazing. It's amazing how you can have so much and lose it all. Just by a snap of a finger.
What are the challenges that you face as a mobile homeless living in an RV?
Showers. Sometimes food. Sometimes we run out of food. And no room.
Gas for sure.
Gas.
We have to have gas on a regular basis. Gas showers, because the shower's propane, and we have to have propane in order to take a shower to heat up the water, especially in the winter. In the summer, the water is cold. We can take actually cold showers, which we do. But showers is mainly the heart. You can't take a shower every day. You have to take a shower every other day, or every 3 days, or go to the park and take a shower.
Well, there's not much room here.
It's very because he's so big.
Well,
it's very only room for him actually to walk.
It's not much room, but
it's better than being outside with
it's
better
better
living
than
in the van.
living in
Exactly.
tent or something.
It's better
or being
living
outside.
in the van.
It really, when we first met, and you were told me, because I was homeless, and but I never stood at a freeway exit.
It's humiliating. It's humiliation. It's so humiliating to sit there and hold a sign saying homeless. Please help. God bless. If you can. It's like telemarketing. It's a number of things. Sometimes I make no money, and sometimes I get a grip of money. It's on a prayer. Like when we need gas, I go out there stressed, and when I stress, it doesn't happen.
The average person will not know the humiliation of what it's like to hold a sign because they haven't been there. But I myself don't even know that. I held the sign up there one time, and then the way I did it was asking people if they paid their tidings, and for me, they gave me money. I don't know why they gave me money, but they did give me money. I got me more money.
You're like a street preacher there.
Yeah.
Did you pay your tithes?
Yeah. They paid me more money faster than they did Cherese.
Oh, wow.
But the fact is it is very humiliating. And
It's very humiliating.
In order for a person, for any person to stand out there and hold a sign, they would have to be out of their mind, or they would have to be in a spiritual zone. Because if they're not in a spiritual zone,
you get nothing.
They're not in.
Well, it's desperation.
Desperation, yes.
And I don't want to look at all these robberies right now that are going on, smash and grabs and everything.
And that's why we decide not to do it like that. We decide not to go grab and steal or steal from the market. We decide to do it the hard way, and that's by prayer, faith, and hope. Right.
How do you? You can't work. You have a broken shoulder. You have a broken arm. I saw the X-rays. You.
I have a bad heart, and I have a bad neck and a bad back.
Yeah, so you can't work. There's not many choices.
She can barely get up. I had to pick her up a couple times from the corner.
So what's the future?
The future?
Trying to get out of this.
The future, I think our future is number one, get a bigger motorhome. We definitely, and our future is to go to another state where now we're used to we have a little bit of technique of survival techniques, and our future is to definitely to make it a little more easier, make the burden a little more easier. We want a bigger home. We
struggle sometimes, and which causes a lot of disagreements between us.
Well, having a relationship homeless, just as an added stressor,
there's no room. There's no room in here at all for anything.
Well, that's what it feels like. It feels like that there's no room because especially when we're together, we feel like we're both in each other's way, or we're always in each other's way. Dishes have to be washed, hot water heater, refrigerator, trash has to be dumped on a regular basis. Just little minor things that just keep adding up. Blankets need to be washed.
And we need to dump the septic tank, because I heard that on the news the other day. That is how if you don't dump your septic tank, you can get so sick. It's unreal. And then we have our water cooler by the toilet.
Right. Well, at least you have this.
Yes.
So many don't. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
If I had 3 wishes, it would be to get my kids back, to see my oldest boy.
That'll never happen, Mom.
and
You already surrender your
to
kids.
clean up and get a job. I've always worked. So I don't know anything about the system. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go about it.
Well, if I had 3 wishes, Mark, one of my 3 wishes would to definitely get a bigger RV, have a bigger motorhome, self-efficient, that we can turn on the hot water for me having that automatic. Well, you see, this water heater, I want to be able to convert it. I just want something that's going to be a little more easier, a little more comfortable, and money to leave the state, because here in the state of California, I believe there's a lot of violence.
No jobs.
Violence is rising up every day, and
My goodness, my son's only.
when we're in a van, somebody tried to break in and rob us.
My goodness, at school.
And when I got out of the van, jump out, they came at me with a sledgehammer.
Oh, it's dangerous being homeless.
Yes, it is. It is dangerous. It is
Like
dangerous.
you were saying about your son?
My son is only 10. He just turned 10. And they were playing baseball and he threw the ball at somebody and then they all jumped him and was choking him. They called my brother. They almost choked his larynx, man. They grabbed his larynx. So my brother got all those kids suspended.
Every time Cherese, when we first met, I was throwing Cherese out about every week. And I had to go pick her up at the park.
One time he threw me out and I said, that's it.
And every time she, I go pick her up, she has been robbed by sleeping in the park, or somebody stole her sleeping bag, or somebody stole. She's always, anytime Cherese is alone, somebody's always robbing her or jacking her for money. She's been robbed by. I threw her out in LAKL. They do rob, and she's a weaker vessel. She's always getting robbed.
Well, it's homelessness is just horrible. So I just want to thank the two of you for talking to me, and opening up your home.
Thank you.
So you're beautiful people. Thank you.
Thank you.